So if you're struggling to be profitable in trading the futures markets, you need to watch this video because I'm going to show you some of the trades that I took this week and why I'm a profitable trader. So I'm just going to show you my strategy. Very, very simple. Let's get into it. So my strategy, say this is your market structure. All I do is I'll just mark out the obvious swing lows in the local area like this. I'll wait for them to come and get hit. This takes me like 5 seconds literally. Mark out my local swing low areas like this. I'll wait for one of them to come down and get hit. I'll have alerts at them, and then I'll basically wait for, say these two get hit, and then we get an inverse back to the upside like this. This is what I trade. Liquidity sweep, inverted fair value gap, enter on the inversion, targeting a 1 for 1. Once we hit 1 for 1, I'll take half my position off, go break even on the rest, and hold runners for liquidity. And I'm going to show you a perfect example right here, so stick with me. So as you can see here, we've got pretty obvious price action here. We open up, we come down. This is the new week opening gap, come down, get filled. We create an obvious swing low here. You can see we bounce out of this area, come down, resweep that low on the 1 minute here. Really obvious 1 minute gap here. Not the best because I like to see 3 or 4 candle V-shape patterns. These are the best ones. These 3 candle pattern V-shapes, really high probability. But this one still looked pretty good. Decent momentum coming up into it. A little bit of messing around here, but you can see if you would enter on the inverse of the gap here. Took this with about 2 or 3 micros, risking $200 per account. As you can see, you went for about a 2 to 1. If you'd have held, you could have got, you know, loads basically. All the way up to this high here, which would have been, what is this, 4 to 1, 5 to 1, something like that. Overall, a really obvious trade. Ticks all my boxes. You can see here, really obvious liquidity sweep. Good momentum back to the upside. Inverted on the 1 minute there. And basically, I'm just looking to target 1 for 1. Go break even on the rest, hold runners. This was about absolute banger of a trade. Really simple stuff. Literally super easy. Pretty much anyone could do this. As you can see, this was just a really obvious trade. Like I said, I'm just looking for the sweep. Momentum back up, inverted fair value gap, targeting opposite liquidity. Obvious liquidity here. Look at all this. Really obvious liquidity. Trend line type liquidity that you would expect had to have loads of stop losses above. Went and got all of that smashed as you would expect. Really good trade. That was Monday. Tuesday here, we actually had a loss and a win, but overall still profitable because obviously if you risk the same amount per trade, then you are going to be profitable. So as you can see here, lots and lots of chop, sideways ranging, lots and lots of just ranging really. As you can see, pretty obvious stacked lows. Liquidity down here, really obvious stuff as you can see. We came down, swept these, and we actually got a three candle pattern V shape here on the 1 minute that I think a lot of people took. As you can see, this was a loss. So I took the loss, and then I'm thinking, okay, I tend to take 2. If I take a loss, I'll take 1 more trade. If I take 2 losses, then I'm definitely done. But if I take 1 loss, I will be looking for a potential secondary play. And on MNQ here, there wasn't any gap, but on NQ there was. And there was also a 30-second down here. I don't have the 30-second chart, sadly, but basically my trade looks something like this. As you can see, we swept liquidity. This first inverse failed, but we came down here, re-swept the low, manipulation leg, and then got really good momentum back up. There was a 30-second down here, and also there was a 30-second here, which I think most people took. But either way, you could have taken that, or there was a 1 minute. You could have taken the 1 minute here, and this still would have worked, as you can see. But basically, this was a banger. Took this with about 4 micros. Targeted 1 for 1. Took half off here. $100 bagged, because I risked $200 per trade. Holding runners, I held a runner all the way up to this really obvious wick here, which made me about another $200-ish. So I'm up $300 with another runner, and then as you can see, I started trailing my stop loss on this one for about a 5 to 1. Made about $400 or $500 on this trade after a $200 loss, $300 profits for the day, 1 loss and 1 win, but because my win was so big, it obviously negated my loss pretty much instantly. Absolutely amazing trading, really simple stuff. I really don't think that this is difficult to do, and really all it takes is just patience to wait for liquidity to get swept, and then commitment to take the inversions when you see them. But overall, I find this to be a really simple way of trading. And I think a lot of people can do this. There's been loads. Last week I didn't actually take any trades because the price action was pretty weird. But there was loads of trades recently that have been really, really good. The week before was good. This was the best example that I could give you. This was a 5 minute, which I think has the most credence, obviously, because it's got all the other time frames baked into it. Look at this. This is an absolutely perfect trade. Perfect trade. We open up, new week opening gap. We come up, we fill the gap. We come down, sweep liquidity during London. Look at this. Beautiful liquidity sweep, 3 candle pattern V shape. Look at how beautiful this looks. This is what you want to see. You come down, sweep liquidity, look at this rejection. Perfect candle. 3 candle pattern V shape, extremely bullish momentum, looking really good for the reversal. Entered here with about 4 micros. We hit the 1 for 1. Go break even. Take half off for $100 bagged, and then held one runner for about a 3 to 1. Took about $200 profit there. Holding one more runner, $300 profit booked. And then I held my last runner up here for like a 6 or a 7 R, which basically bagged me about $500, $600, $700 on this trade. Absolutely amazing setup. And that's it. It really doesn't have to be that hard, does it? It doesn't have to be that difficult trading the markets. I really do try and help people for free. But if you do want to get alerts and signals for all the trades that I take, you can get them in the description below, in the private Discord. Join the community because it is growing really fast. But this week, we've had a few good setups already that have worked out. Obviously, 2 wins and 1 loss, but because I made like 3 R on the winners, I don't really care about taking a loss here or there. It's just part of the business. You can't win every trade, but obviously it's how you react that matters. Not losing your cool and starting revenge trading, but this one here was a particularly good example. Taking the loss and then taking the winner straight after. Really is about just discipline and knowing the markets. And being able to take a trade without any emotions straight after a loser is really important. But anyway, guys, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, let me know your thoughts, check back for daily videos, and get yourself in the private Discord down below. Cheers.